As independent India's 26th Army Chief, General VK Singh took over at a time when India is faced with multiple threats, be it the ever-present two external adversaries, the growing Naxalite menace, and now back to chaos situation in Kashmir. So how does the man who leads a 1.1 million strong army deal with these situations? To answer that and some more questions, we have the General himself speaking to us. Thank you, General, for speaking to us. General Singh, let me straight away ask you a question on the current situation in Kashmir.
See, the Kashmir situation has been tense for quite some time, and the reasons are many. The basic reason has been that we have not built up on the gains that have been made over a period of time. The infrastructure across remains intact. People are passing instructions. The separatists are able to garner and mislead. Both things do happen. And I think population is fairly gullible. They take it as to what is fed to them. I mean, we have seen number of incidents, whether it was one in Shopian, you take any, the truth actually gets hidden somewhere. And once the protests and all start, then the emotions take over. So there is a lot of measures that are required at various levels.
What are those measures?
See, if we start from one end, first of all, there has to be concerted effort to identify the miscreants. There are few. There are people who are passing instructions on phones, etc. They have to be identified. There are people who are financing the protests. They must be identified. After that starts, how do we connect with the common man and build confidence in him so that he can stay away from all this. Now, that is both an administrative measure as well as depends on the elected leaders out there at various levels. There are various levels at which they exist. And last but not the least, if you want to impose curfew or something for containing the particular area, it has to be total. You cannot have a half-hearted measure.
So was that why the army was brought in as a deterrent that time? Is that the reason?
See, I really won't say as to why there was such this thing for the army. Army is already there. I mean, what is it to be requisitioned for? Because it is already carrying out operations with the police, with the CRPF, in conjunction with the state. So we are there for various things and we are helping the state. I think there was some sort of a loss of confidence and they thought that, army should be seen more prominently. Probably that is what happened.
And that's why you consented to giving them
We said yes. After all, we are as much concerned as anybody else.
You spoke about support from the other side, the infrastructure and otherwise. What is your assessment about the attempts to infiltrate and attempts to create trouble by the militant groups?
When we take the overall figures, they have come down because we have been able to intercept the infiltration attempts. But the attempts had been there. Fairly large number they have been trying. They have been using areas which were not used earlier. The good thing has been that we have been able to eliminate these bits. And you must have seen in the last 4-5 months, there have been large number of encounters and very successful ones. So that shows the efficacy of our anti-infiltration group. But it also shows that they are very keen to push people in. And I think one of the problems is that some of these tanzeems who have suffered, they want to revive them. And that is why they want to put more pressure on this, and probably in the overall strategy that they have looked at, getting the overground worker base higher, trying to motivate more people to join, which had gone down. I think all these protests, etc., are part of this overall